Ladies and gentlemen, you know what night that is. It's Thursday night. And what's 3 times 3? That equals 21. Here's your host, Alyssa Love.
Hey, my boy Dustin got me. Good intro. I like it. I like it. And all right, you guys, this is my third show here on KXVS, and I am super excited because I got my lovely friend here with me. Her name is Sabrina Rodriguez.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, she's sounding all sweet and everything. She ain't sweet. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so this is my third show, and I'm really excited because I'm getting back basically up on my game because I was a little rusty all the time. A couple people that I haven't really been promoting as much as I wanted to, just for the simple fact because I haven't been on radio for like about a year or so. But I'm back, and I plan to stay on as long as you guys keep wanting me, and we have like hot topics and these great guests on my show like Sabrina herself. So yeah, I try. And without further ado, I also have a Facebook, so if you're listening on YouTube and you haven't seen my ad on Facebook, I just added it, and I haven't had Facebook in like 5 years, like literally.
That's a long time.
That is.
When I saw your request, I was like, wait a minute.
Is it? My phone was blowing up.
Just happening? No.
Yeah, my phone was blowing up because they're like, "Is this you? Is this a fake page?" Like, I know you don't do Facebook, so like, who is this girl? I'm like, no, it's me. I was like, a couple of my friends were like, you know, it's time you get a Facebook, especially if you want to be in the entertainment industry or be like a public, you know, figure or something in that sort, especially, or anything business, because you get to present yourself. And you know, because you got all the social media. I mean, I see you all the time looking good.
Thank you.
All right, so enough about me. We're here today because I brought you in. I want to talk about a couple things. Let us know more about you.
About me, Sabrina Rodriguez?
Yes.
Well, I'm Sabrina, and I am actually getting into the fitness industry. I have been doing this for now about a year. Previously, I'm just a student and a bartender. Being in the bar life, working late nights, I am a mom, and I was not preparing myself to be healthy. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm eating on the go, eating late night, getting off work at 3, eating at 4, going to bed nice and full.
Oh, yeah.
And then being a student early in the morning, waking up starving. I'm like, dude, I just ate a full course meal, and I'm waking up hungry, you know, just wanting to eat. So that was something that I kind of do. And going to school, like I said, I would sit there and get machine food. I would get sodas, Starbucks, just to keep me going because I would work the late nights.
What are you going to school for?
Right now, I am a radio television major. Hey girl, hey. So yes, I'm trying to get into the entertainment industry. I want to be a broadcaster. I love projecting my personality out into the world in a positive enforcement. It's something that I've always liked to do since I was young.
Do you lean more towards radio, television, a little bit of both, like dip and dab?
My medium would be television.
Television?
My medium, yes.
Oh.
Although I do like the radio. I like to use my words, but I do eventually want to do television.
Yeah, I can hear you in your voice. You're a good talker. Actually, since I've met you, I mean, me and you met on an audition.
We did.
And
we became audition buddies now.
We did. We were like the first one to audition together. Mm-hmm. It was awesome. And since we met, we've been friends since.
Yes, we have.
Because you're a talker, and I'm a talker, and us talkers get along. Yes. So you were saying that you bartend. How long you been doing this for?
Oh, for 8 years. I got recruited off the dance floor, girl. Like literally, I was coming in with my friends, and I was dancing, and the gentleman who owned the company was just like, hey, you know, like, I love your energy. You're very happy. You're always smiling. He was like, have you thought about bartending? I'm just like, maybe, you know, like, I don't know what to do. He's like, well, I'll teach you. And so I was like, all right. So at the age of 21, I got introduced into that lifestyle, and I loved it. I loved being around the people, the energy, and being able to meet different people from different backgrounds is the most interesting part, because you can meet somebody from, you know, being a farmer to somebody being like, you know, in the business industry.
Exactly.
So I really like the versatile aspect of it. So,
and that's why you've been bartending. So I know you said you want to get into radio. You're going to school for broadcasting and television sorts, but you also sound like you like bartending a lot too. So any, like, you know, want to be an entrepreneur, start your own bartending business, anything like that? No. Okay, never mind.
No, that's just to get me through school, so I can go to school during the day, work at night. Right. So it's been pretty much convenient for me. The convenience.
So you have a lot on your plate.
I do.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Do you sleep?
Sometimes. No. There are days where my eyes will bleed, and I'm just like,
I know, right?
You know, people are like, you were always on the go. How do you sit still? Where do you get your energy from? I'm like, honestly, I regained my energy through fitness. like, because I was real lethargic and just not wanting to do anything. I'm just like, I'm tired, I don't want to do nothing, you know. But knowing that I have to stay awake, and that's why I relied a lot on food and caffeine, and be like, oh, I deserve a gummy bear, you know. You know? So the food was my reward.
I need a gummy bear. All right, so we got a little bit. Anything like? So how many kids? You say you have kids, right?
I have two. I have a 10-year-old, believe it or not, and then I have a 7-year-old. My 10-year-old's my son. That's my baby bear, my boo.
Hi. I know. I see him on your Snapchat all the time, and your daughter too. She's so cute. We FaceTime together, actually.
I know, right? Because you're baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a 7-year-old, and that's my youngest. Her name's Azariah, and my son is Julian. And yeah, they're amazing. I'm actually trying to get my son into transitioning into fitness because he needs to be more active as a man, as a little man, a young man, the man of my life.
Yeah.
So, and my daughter, she's all about it. You know, her dad was just sending me messages on my way out here to the interview, like, look at your daughter, she's doing push-ups. And my daughter is, since she was 2 years old, she kind of followed me and my trend, and she's just been so supportive.
That little mini you?
Yes, and it's amazing because I was my dad's mini me. That working out was always something that I would get to do with my dad, and I just loved it.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you guys share those commonalities. Another thing I asked you, because I heard you say that that's the little man in your life. I don't know if this is getting too personal, but this is keeping it real with Alyssa Love. And I do promise people like entertainment and juicy stuff. So are you single? Are you halfway? Is it complicated? Or I put you on the spot.
I know, girl.
I'm sorry.
I'm actually focusing on my own goals right now. I have great supportive men in my life, from my kids' fathers to my own dad and my brothers.
That's good.
I've never had to go without, with that support, and I'm very thankful for that. But right now, it's about me. That's good. I'm sorry to sound a little bit selfish, but yes.
It's okay to be selfish. I learned that as we get older. I feel like it's okay to be selfish because you put a lot of people. But you know what?
We're all a team, and if one of us stop rowing the boat, we're going to go in circles. And we all are continuously rowing that boat and making sure that each one of us are getting further in life and making sure that we're working as a team for our children. You know what I mean? Because if they do not see that team, then they're not going to know confidence. They're not going to know love. They're not going to understand. And that was one thing that we always talked about. It's like, you know what? We need to work as a team and show our kids what it's like to work together, because otherwise they're not going to be able to succeed in this world. For sure. They're going to be against everything that comes their way.
Exactly. And I've always, it's kind of not a little off topic, but it's important that you said that because, our children are the future. They're the new generation. So we have to give them the tools. And like you said, show them these skills, these leadership skills, or being like healthier, just different tools in life to become better because, they are the future. When we're gone, they're there. They're going to carry our names on. But definitely. All right, you guys, we are going to take a quick break, but you don't want to tune out. Tune in because Sabrina is going to tell us all about her fitness life, and we got our hot topic.
This is Keeping It Real with the one and only Alyssa Love on KXVS, the voice of Stockton. Welcome back to Keeping It Real with Alyssa Love on KXVS Radio. And here's the realist, Alyssa Love.
Hey, we're over here with the cameras like posing. So hey, you guys over there, if you're watching us live, I am Alyssa Love, and I got my girl Sabrina in the house. Welcome again. We are about to get into our hot topic, and obviously we are dressed. I mean, I don't know if you can see me. If you can't see me, we are in our fitness gear, okay? I mean, I'm wearing a Love little shirt thing because I am Alyssa Love. And this girl looking all types of sexy in here. And it's getting hot, but it's not hot, but man.
I literally, like, went home, wiped down, and I was like, I gotta go. I told my coach, like, I gotta go.
It's like, it's time to go.
So
we're going to talk about fitness in general. I know that you're into fitness, obviously, but like, let's just open up the hot topic to different things that have to do with fitness, whether it be about clothing, food, gyms, CrossFit. The list is endless. Like, we can really go on forever about it. But let's just have a conversation with me and you. Like, what draws you to the fitness world?
Like I said, I like fitness just because for me, I was at a time in my life where I was just like, you know what, like, I need a motivation. Mm-hmm. I need to feel good. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know where to find that at. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very positive. I'm always a positive person. But realizing that I'm going into my refrigerator in the middle of the night and eating a ho-ho and finding the wrappers on the side of my bed, you know, with a glass of milk. Like, I called it sleep eating. And I was just like, dude, that did not make me feel good. You know what I mean? Like, I got problems. I got issues. You know what I mean? Who does that? And wanting to be in the industry as far as entertainment, I felt like you want to look your best. You know what I mean? And you not only that, but you want to feel your best. Mm-hmm. And so that's another reason why I went ahead. I was like, you know what? Like, let me see what I can accomplish. You know what I mean? And I was looking for an outlet for me to lose weight for my 28th birthday. And my girl Leanna was just like, hey, you know, I found this place, like, we should try it out. And I was like, well, what is it, you know? Yeah. And it was called Fit Body Boot Camp. Hey. So, yes. It was amazing. We went there, and we did our 30 days. And then we went to Hawaii for my birthday. And I was like, dude, this is something that I really like. Like, if I missed a day, I was just like, dude, like, I felt like, hey, like, my day's kind of off, you know? It becomes a regularity. It becomes a routine. Mm-hmm. It becomes a lifestyle. Exactly. You know? And the people there are just so amazing. So, like, showing up was easy. You know what I mean? That's the hardest part. People are like, hey, like, I can't do it. I was like, dude, just show up. That's the biggest part, showing up. You know? So, like, for me, that's kind of, like, why I got into it. Is, like, I wanted to lose the weight. I wanted to feel good. I wanted to look good. I wanted my son, who was a little bit on the chunkier, heavier side, you know, to see that I could do it, you know, because I wanted to help him adjust his eating patterns, adjust his activities. Yeah. And so I was like, I need to set that prime example of what it should be like, you know? So when it does come time to prepping, he likes to cook. He don't really like to eat the food he cooks, but he likes to cook. I like to cook, and I like to eat it. And it's funny. I was like, if you're going to be a little chef, you know, because that's what we call it, a little chef, I was just like, you have to try it, you know? So just trying to put that, you know, that feed into his brain, like, you know what, I can make it, you know what I mean? Like, now, when I'm ready and confident to try it, I'm going to do it, you know? Yeah. Like, so that was pretty much what kind of got me wanting to do this whole fitness thing.
Yeah. So generally speaking, because, you know, I hope everybody's tuning. You guys better be tuning in. For the people that are tuning in, you know, fitness it's something, would you say, hard or easy to get into? Not necessarily you know what? But like, in generally speaking, like, because I know with me, like, for a while, I would say, you know, I know there's a lot of us out here. Like, sometimes we'll stick to it for a little bit, then we'll stop.
I've had that issue. We all have that issue. You know what I mean? Like, like when after I had my daughter, like, I gained more weight than my pregnancy of delivery date. Like, I gained like extra 30 pounds, and I was like, you know, okay, I need to lose some of this. So I did. I kind of got into it. I just taught myself, you know, I was like, hey, like, I'm gonna eat right, I'm gonna try to exercise on my own, you know. I put the on-demand shirts, I would go to the track, and I would do all that, but I didn't really understand the education behind it. And that's where my Fit Body, Holly, she's our nutritionist, she pretty much kind of told me, like, we'd have meetings like once a month or whenever we had the time to go in there, like, and like break down like how much protein you're supposed to have to maintain the weight that you want, or if you want to lose, how many more, you know, carbs that you're supposed to eat to gain the booty you want, or how, you know, just everything, because you have
booty gain.
Right, we all do, girl.
Like, pass it my way, Holly. Where you at? I'm right here.
Right? So it was just trying to understand the nutrition behind it, because, like I said, when I was younger, I'd exercise with my dad, and I was considered anorexic looking, people would say, because I didn't know the nutritional values with exercising. Like, you need to stay up on your calories, you need to stay up on your proteins to maintain that muscle mass. Otherwise, you're working off all these calories and you're losing weight and you don't look healthy. And I always was upset because, like, you know, I didn't want to be viewed as that. I want to be viewed as strong, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, strong is sexy. Like, being skinny or being, like, you know, just, I didn't like that labeled as for myself, you know? Mm-hmm. And so now that I got into the overweight and understand the nutrition behind it and losing the weight, like, it was just something that was really rewarding, and I really thank them for that, because now when I make a meal, I'm like, okay, do I have at least 30 to 35 grams of protein in my meal? You know what I mean? Or
each meal, or
each meal.
How many?
35.
35 grams?
Yeah.
Of protein?
Of protein, yes.
Per meal?
Per meal.
How many meals is it?
I do 6 meals a day.
6 meals?
Yes. I try to
grams?
right now. Yes, 35 grams. So I'm trying to.
35
grams.
I'm like, I don't believe her right now, because I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, and it's not that hard to get. Like we were kind of discussing before the show, the edamame pasta.
Oh, yeah. That was,
you know, which is good for vegetarians. You know what I mean?
And it has a lot of protein in it.
Yeah, it's 24 grams. You know what I mean? And then you just add some shrimps to it.
You know what I was thinking? I'm thinking about pounds right now. I must need some food in my life right now, because I'm not thinking. When you keep saying 35, I'm just hearing the number 35. I'm not hearing the grams part, even though I did emphasize the grams. But I was thinking, like, 35 pounds or ounces? What does she mean? Like, that just sounds so much. Like, the number 35 just sounds crazy to me.
Yeah.
But you're right.
You're asking, is the fitness hard? The hardest part is the eating. You're trying to understand the nutritional value, because that is the hardest part. And that is the key to everything. Excuse me, I got a hiccup. But, yeah, I'm like, dude, like, I'll tell, you know, Trisha or Holly or David, you know, some of my Fit Body, some of my trainers are like, hey, dude, like, I want to lose these love handles, or I want to lose my inner thighs, like, you know, like.
Do you really? Inner thighs?
My inner thighs.
Why?
The inner thigh girl, because I
like that man. I mean, everybody's goal is different, right?
Yeah, no, it is. Like, I do want to lose that. Like, I want it to all be tight, you know what I mean? Because it wiggles, girl.
Well, I mean, I thought you want to lose it, like, you don't want to, like, you just want to have, like, oh, okay, the wiggle part, yeah, because I be doing, because I know what you're talking about.
When you do those stinky legs, it's all wiggling at you. It's like it's waving. No. But, no, so I would tell them, they're like, that's all your diet. And I'm just like, dude, like, okay. So that is my hardest part. That's the hardest thing about the fitness, is the eating. Like, you know, making sure eating enough. Eating enough and on time and the right foods. Mm-hmm. You know, so.
Definitely. I was talking to my boyfriend, if he's listening, hi, and my dad. So I've been kind of, like, starting my fitness journey, and, like, actually dedicated this time, because, like I said, I would always, like, you know, work out on a plateau and fall back and just like, peace out. I love food too much. Like, I want to be happy, YOLO. But no. Yeah. Then I realized, like, as the older I got, that I wanted to basically, like, make it a lifestyle. It's not really that I'm uncomfortable with my body. Just how we talked before, and you said you're not necessarily uncomfortable. You just want to live this. It's a lifestyle. It really is a lifestyle. And we got kids. We want to live. I want to see them grow up, you know, and set examples for them and lead them in the right direction. So I think, you know, people that are listening, you can look at, for sure, her story, because she's literally came a long way. I've known her for a few years now, and that's why I wanted to have you on my show, because I'm like, she's someone that, like, I, like, look up to, because, you know, you came a long way. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, me, I just started, but I'm going hard now, because, like, I'm really true. Like, you really have to put your mind. It's really mind over matter. For sure. Yeah. Like, and then once you get the hang of it, it becomes a routine. I think they say that it takes 3 months to get into, like, into like a pattern and understanding and getting like a routine, and your body gets used to it. No, it really is. I mean, I'm barely at my 3 weeks, you guys. So keep cheering me on, okay? Because the working out's the fun part. Yeah. But the eating is what really gets me.
What's so cool is that there's so many resources now as far as, like, eating on the go. Like, you know, I brought you in. You know,
it was good.
I brought you.
Is that from Holly? Who's that?
No,
from?
that is actually from Valley Meal Preps.
Okay, well, they were good.
Yes, my friend Lena, a girl that I grew up with, she now, you know, has that. And when I'm on the go, I'm just like, dude, like, I need to eat. Instead of going to taco truck or going to McDonald's or Burger King or something, you know, like I would normally do, you know, because of having kids. I'm just like, hey, look, we're gonna go right here, get some protein pancakes real quick. Or instead of going to Denny's and having all that processed food, yes. I will have her protein pancakes if I'm not making my own. Or I'll, like, tonight we had the what was it, the zucchini, the zoodles, yes, with the turkey balls. You know, it's so good. And I loved it even more because it was not tomato sauce. It was like a pesto sauce, and it was so yummy.
It was.
like I said, I find my resources and just try to find places that are going to accommodate to my needs and to my goals, you know?
And that's good.
As far as friends, food, everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so.
That's another thing that I noticed is that now that I'm getting into like the fitness world, I'm not saying I'm no, you know, trainer. I'm not saying any of that, but you start to meet more people and they kind of give you that extra push. So what I'm trying to get at is that, you know, for the viewers, because I know it's something hard to get into, especially like eating. I know we all love food. All my friends love food because they're always eating it. But it's like sometimes you need to like change your lifestyle. Like you might not see it now, but later down the line, it's like it's your health.
Yeah, I would literally go to parties and I would have I have 2 bags. So one would be with all my drinks, all my cold water bottles,
I was
and my
say, what kind of drinks? No,
right, bartender here. No. Right?
What's in there? Where's your bag at?
So in one of my little bags, I'd have my waters and my protein. In my backpack, which was a lunch pail, I would have my 4 meals. And I remember I was there at one of my guy friends, Brandon. I have to give him a shout out because he was actually one of those guys who like we grew up together and we'd run also. And I had gained a lot of weight while he was in the military. And he was like, "Hey sis, like look, you need to lose some weight." And I'm like, "Oh my god, thanks." You know what I mean? I was like, "When you come back from home from the military, I'm gonna be fit."
You better watch out.
So I went to the coming home party and I had my meal prep. It's like, I cannot believe this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I sat there and no, I did not eat nobody's food. I had my own food.
It's discipline.
It is very, very. Anything you do, you got to have discipline.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
for sure.
Whether it's like a project or anything
in life.
You know,
for
like
sure.
you have to have that discipline because you have to want it.
Exactly.
You know, so I did
have
that.
to
You know,
want it.
I did that. Now I kind of lean away sometimes. I'll have a cookie here or there. I ain't gonna lie.
I know I see your snaps, but for the most part, I'm not gonna lie. I do see you.
Yes,
you know,
I do
eating
try
healthy.
to stay on my hustle. I try to stay on my grind and make sure everything's going good. But you know, if you just fall off, as long as you know how to get back on,
get back up on that horse.
And
don't give up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. All right, you guys. This is 92.1 FM, the voice of Stockton. Up next, we will have Sabrina talk about her life more into her fitness world. So I'll talk about more questions, all the juicy stuff, the struggles. Stay tuned.
The struggle is real on Keeping It Real with Alyssa Love on KXVS Radio. Welcome back to Keeping It Real with Alyssa Love, everybody's favorite show from Brookside to Wilson Way.
I love when he says that. I'm like, you always get me with that one. I'm not even lying.
No problem.
It throws me off a little bit.
No problem.
Thank you, Mr. Details over there on the board. Shout out to you. You're awesome.
What about this intro music, though?
No,
I like it.
I was just going to tell you that. You know what's crazy? That was one of going to be my first things to come in before you talked about Wilson Way and Brookside. I was like, I love this beat, and it's literally customized by personally. He's from KXVS. His name's Harold. Shout out to Harold. He'll probably watch this later. I'll tell him that I give him a shout out because he's dope. I mean, he does everything from voiceovers to like beats like this. He's amazing. Thank you once again for that. All right, now let's get back into our fitness topic today. I got my girl Sabrina. If you haven't been listening, she's here right next to me.
Hey, y'all.
Live in the flesh, yes. And we're here, eating this yummy yogurt. It's really good.
Thanks, I know. I love it too. It's like a dessert, dude.
It is. And she brought it for us. She thought about me. Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. And it has like berries. If you're not listening on YouTube Live or Facebook Live, so you can't see what it looks like, but it's in a mason jar, and I think this is pretty clever. So like you can cap it on and put it in the refrigerator and then you can always use the jar all over again. Mm-hmm. So that's awesome. And then you got the yogurt, the berries, the granola, and it is yummy.
It is actually something I picked up from Valley Meal Preps. My girl and I had prepared it, and it's Greek vanilla yogurt. So the Greek yogurt is actually a little bit better for you because it's less sugar, higher in protein. And then your blueberries, your strawberries, and your granola, which gives it a little bit of almost like a little,
I almost want to go
pie or something.
Yeah, I kind of almost want to go back to break. I'm like, hold on, you guys, I need to eat this. Right. But you're here, so I'm going to take advantage of that. And we're going to get into topics strictly about you and your fitness journey. I know we talked about you made this a lifestyle for you. Mm-hmm. Not only did you say that it's something you had in common with your dad, but, you're basically being a role model for your son, for your daughter as well, and something positive, and which is good. Mm-hmm. With that, I'm glad that you're doing it.
Thank you.
But I want to talk about, because I've known you for a few years. And when I first met you, before you even started this fitness journey, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And I didn't even know you had I still, didn't think you're overweight, but I do see pictures. So if you guys are tuning in, or if you guys are on Facebook Live or whatever, wherever you're at, pay attention. Because if you go to Sabrina Rodriguez, her Facebook, if you type in Sabrina Rodriguez or her Instagram,
Sweet P 0488.
Yeah, Sweet P
0488.
There you go. You will see her transformation. Like she posted today, right?
Exactly, yeah.
She posted what she looked like. Was it last year?
It was last year before I got. It's only been a year to this
and it's
month.
only been a year. And I'm kidding, not kidding you guys. Like I was like, that was you? Like no way. Like wow. Like in her. You see her today and then look at those like what? Like I just want to point that out because it's like some people get like. They're not motivated or they get discouraged,
And that was something that actually, when I got into this boxing, mm-hmm. Bad to the Bones boxing, just in April, that was a gift to my son when he turned 10, was that I wanted him to present him into this lifestyle as well. And people do get discouraged. They're like, dude, I got all this weight, I got all this. Like, they get comfortable. You know what I mean? And that was something that I did. I got comfortable and I was just like, hey, like, I don't care. Like, I'll wiggle my jelly. You know what I mean? I was always confident in my body.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
That's good that you were, regardless of what size you are. Because we're not trying to tell people, like, hey, you're not perfect.
Sexy or whatever.
No,
you own it.
I
was always comfortable in my skin. And that's something that's funny because people are like, oh, you flashy more with your body. And I was like, no, dude, I was fat.
So
you know what I mean? I still wiggled my rolls. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was proud of every curve I have. Mm-hmm. But, no, so that is something, like I said, people do get discouraged and want to give up. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, it's because they don't understand, like I said, certain things sometimes. And that's why getting into my boot camp or into my boxing, like, they help me understand the nutrition. They help me understand the lifestyle, the struggle. Mm-hmm. Because everybody that goes there, it always has a starting point, whether they're not swinging fast enough with a punch or they're, they don't. I didn't even know how. Right now, I suck at my freaking left hook. You know what I mean? But I know that's something I'm going to conquer, something I'm going to go. You have to consistently work at. So you know what? This is my goal, and I'm going to do it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And taking my son to his first day, we were in the car, and he was like, Mom, look at me. And he shook his little panza, and he's like, look at me. I can't do this.
And for panza, if you guys are not speaking Spanish, that's your stomach, okay? Just in case.
His little tummy, he's like, Mom, I can't do this. He's like, Mijo. I was like, you seen me last year and what I looked like.
Exactly.
And you guys asked me, Mom, why is your tummy so big? My kids would ask
I mean,
me this.
Ariella does the same thing. I'm like, what? Oh man, I really gotta work out.
And
now.
I was like, and it's so funny because I was telling like, well, that was your house till you got evicted.
Hey, I never heard that one. I'm gonna use that one. I'm gonna tell Ariella that one.
It was your home until you got evicted,
right?
kid, you know.
Thanks to you.
So pay your dues. No.
Yes. Passing my. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. So yeah, it's like you've seen what I went through, and you've seen that every single day I got up, I went, I tried to prepare myself with whatever it was, you know, educate my mind on what it is that I need to do to get what I want. And I would follow people. I followed people who I felt had the similar shape that I wanted.
You wanted.
Mm-hmm. Like one of them is this girl named Karina Ellie, and I'm just like, dude, like she has like a bomb.
I might have to look her up too. It's like
I remember I even introduced you to the Shed Fat. I was like,
you did.
People just, you know, I try to find people that do things that inspire me. You know what I mean? You got to be who you got to hang around the people that you want to be like. You know what I mean?
No,
because
for sure.
that is a reflection of who you're going to become.
Who you're going to become.
Exactly. So like that's what I did. You know, I like, hey, you want to be my friend? You know what I mean? Like, whatever. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what you got to do, and then like just idolize that and kind of almost intimidate it. You know, or imitate it.
Yeah.
You know.
Someone to like look up to, like almost like I mentioned, like I want to know who your inspiration is, and
honestly, my dad. I ain't gonna lie. My dad, growing
he
up,
be cooking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Right? My dad cooks good. My dad takes care of himself. He is like 53 years old, and he goes to the gym. We go to the gym together every so often. Like we try to make it a Sunday routine. Sometimes we can't. You know what I mean? But it is something that I try to do with my dad. Because growing up, my dad would work out of the country or he'd work out of the state, and I know when he came home, our thing was we're gonna work out. And I remember running with him along the canals, and I'm just like, I want to sweat like my dad. I'm like, I want that. I want that. I do. I want the tear sweats. You know, that's what I call it. Like, and it's so funny because I regret asking that because I got what I wished for. Right. I'm in the gym now, and I'm like, dude, I sweat so gross. I know. You know?
That's one thing I noticed too. I used to tell my boyfriend, I was like, yo, you sweat a lot. And then it must be a fitness thing, or I don't know what's like your body chemicals or whatever's going on. Because now I start sweating. Like, I mean, I think I'm sweating right now. I'm kind of oily right now. I'm sorry. But yeah, I know.
You're over this joke. It's making me sweat.
I mean, it's getting hot in here. Look at you, man. I'm like, what? Like, what am I going to do?
Yeah. No, so that was something, you know what I mean? Like I said, as far as somebody that I looked up to. And I still do. I still try to, you know what I mean? As a parent, like you want to be that role model for your kids. And my dad was that role model, you know? He always encouraged me to exercise and do well and eat right and just kind of, you know, keep my focus on whatever it is that I do. And focusing on a muscle, was always my brain. That was my dad's key thing. You know, don't worry about your body, worry about your brain. That is your main muscle. So that's why I continuously go to college and try to...
Knowledge is power, baby.
Exactly. Yes. So that is your main muscle, is your brain. So make sure you're not only working on your body, make sure you're working on your brain.
Yeah. Look at her coming up with new phrases. I'm about to use that one. I'm going to use that baby one talking about you getting evicted. And so I'm going to tell Ariel that later. But yeah. So all this fitness talk, you know, we talked about your inspiration. We talked about some that you look up to, why you're doing it. I want to know, because I talked to you this morning, like at maybe midnight. I was like, yo, so like, how does this work? Because I noticed a change in my body. I feel better. I feel stronger and, you know, able to lift more weights. I've started to see muscle growth. But I did mention, I was like, well, this midsection right here, like, what's up? And then for me, I know it's only been 2 weeks since I've been meal prepping. I'm not going to even lie. So, I mean, it's not that short. So my dad's like, can you just stop? Just let it take its course, you know?
Yeah.
But I want to know you personally, because I've seen before and after pictures.
Yeah. I honestly started
How long did it take?
It took me about 3 months. And your dad's right, about 3 months for me to personally notice. I thought like after a week, I'm like literally like, look guys, like I would send my group chat with my cousins and stuff, like, look at me, look, can you tell the difference from this picture and this? Like, Sabrina, you're crazy. You know what I mean?
You're like, girl, what do you see?
Right? And I was like, yeah. So like, no, the progress was taking my picture once a week. You know what I mean? And then checking my weight once a month and checking my measurements. That's what was so cool about Fit Body, was that they checked my measurements whenever I asked them, and because you might not see it on yourself, but people around you do, especially people who don't see you every day.
Yeah.
And you look in the mirror every day, you know, and you want to see that drastic change, but it's not going to happen like that. And I think that's why people get discouraged, like, oh, it's not happening. You know? Like, forget this, you know. But surround yourself with those people who believe in you, who are going to motivate you. And actually are going to take the time to, like, take your measurements and say, like, you know what, this is your progress, you know, keep it going, you know.
Exactly.
You have to celebrate the little victories, you know.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, I lost a half inch, or I lost an inch, or I lost 3 pounds, whatever. That little bit, you know, celebrate it. Like, yes, have one glass of wine or one cookie or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, whatever.
It's okay.
And my thing was, I would never deprive myself of. If I wanted it, I'm gonna I would like
just moderation.
Yes,
just
I would
be
have, like,
exactly.
like a half a donut, or I would like literally with the ice cream, like just like this yogurt, like I would just dip it. I wouldn't scoop it. I would dip it
and just lick it. Oh, yes,
right?
I remember that. All right, I'm good. Let's go back to it. Let's go be in this fit world.
Yes, exactly. Because it's mainly the craving that you want. Just like a soda, like you want that quick carbonation.
Yeah, just real quick.
And you get that and you're done. I throw away the soda. I'm done with it. You know, I do that a couple of times when I go to regular use of like, okay, I need an ice cold soda from the machine. Take a sip. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I've been working on too. Is my little dip and dab. I'm like, all right, that's enough. That's enough. All right, so it was a pleasure having you on the show, but we will come back and we will give you like little shout outs whoever you want to talk about your fitness. But we're gonna go on another break, so stay tuned. I am Alyssa Love, and this is my girl Sabrina. This is 92.1, and we are the voice of Stockton.
Stay tuned for the final segment on Keeping It Real with Alyssa Love on KXVS, the voice of Stockton.
My name is Miriam, and I am the voice of Stockton.
Welcome back to Keeping It Real with the one and only Alyssa Love. And here's the most talented, beautifulest girl on Keeping It Real with Alyssa Love and her guest, Sabrina. Both beautiful. right here on KXVS, the voice of Stockton.
You're making me blush today,
Right?
Justin. Oh my god.
Yeah, those intros have been like, I've been trying. Those were all top of my head.
You getting good.
Yeah.
He's getting good. You should have seen from our first episode. I mean, this is on my third, but he's getting good. You awesome.
King of the Sea with Aaron G last week was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. We're talking about tacos. All right, let's go back into this fitness. All right, so I got my, we're going to wrap up our show today. I got my guest here, like I said, Sabrina. If you weren't listening, we're talking about all about fitness. And if you did miss out and you're just tuning in, man, why did you guys do that? But don't worry, because every day we will post, well, the following day we will post this video so you can, catch up, like it, rewatch it if you're a fan of Sabrina's and you want to like her page and look how beautiful she looks. Go rewatch that. It'll be posted tomorrow on our YouTube and Facebook. That is KXVS, the voice of Stockton. So just type that in and you will find us. All right, Sabrina, any last words from you, beautiful?
I do. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys 3 little tips. Well, not really tips. I'm going to say motivational quotes, something that I live by and that I tell my cousins and my friends who how do you do it? I tell them you got to eat for power, not for pleasure. Because we are all pleasure eaters. We eat for the taste. But no, you got to eat for your power, your strength, the things that you want to be able to do. Another one is something my dad always told me and something that I always hashtag and something that actually got tattooed on my body. It is if it was easy, everybody would do it. But yes, you gotta just keep going, dude. You gotta keep going because it is not easy.
It isn't. So just keep it pushing, you guys. Don't give up. She is really an inspiration. You guys don't think results are possible. They are possible, with all the right, goals, people in your life and stuff like that. You want to tell them where to follow you at? Instagram, Facebook?
You could follow me on my Instagram, which is sweetpea0488. I do have a Snapchat, and I do try to post different recipes that I do. I'm trying to get back on track with that, and my Snapchat is sassy and classy 30.
Ooh. But
yes, also my Facebook is Sabrina Rodriguez.
Type that in.
So yeah.
Thank you, Sabrina, for
Thank you
coming.
having
And
me.
thanks. Oh, man.
It's always good to catch up with you, dude.
It is.
I
It
love
is.
your energy. You're so cute.
Thank you. All right, you guys, don't forget to come to this weekend's event. It is KXVS, the voice of Stockton, at the Channel Brewing Company. We are celebrating our Christmas in July Summer Wonderland, sponsored by Downtown Stockton Alliance. It starts at 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. Yes, that's right. That's an all-day concert. You don't want to miss out. Bring your friends, bring your loved ones, bring your kids. It's an all-day event for all different ages. We have raffle tickets, silent auctions, and my favorite, food and drinks. But I will keep it to a minimum because remember, we talked about fitness today, so I'm going to just dip and dab to everything.
Eat for power, not for pleasure.
Exactly. All right, you guys, I'm Alyssa Love, and this is the voice of Stockton. Don't forget, next Thursday, tune in. I'm out.
Keep it real with Alyssa Love on KXVS Radio 92.1 every Thursday starting at 8:05 p.m. Thank you for tuning in and have a great night.